Today we're going to build this secret lab of Mantah Corp and featuring the Giganotosaurus. But how we get there and what the inspiration is, you'll find out in today's video. So stick with me and let's go. Alright, welcome to today's wonderful speed build in Jurassic World Evolution. Today we are going to build a rather special secret lab of Mantah Corp in the European map, or actually the Germany map, now finally with the mod that enables us to build everywhere, so it's the expanded maps mod. And we are also using a couple of other mods alongside this, because every one of you is just asking. I get them from Nexus mod. It's very obvious how to get them from over there. Everything is explained very nicely. And I downloaded the expanded Sandbox tool, the expanded foliage, the basically all the expanded mods, and then we also have the expanded maps, which is brand new, and I also got the Sandbox tools and stuff like that. So a couple of mods I'm using, mainly all the mods only for building. So everything in regards to building is required for me because I'm just a detailed obsessed person, and that is why. Today's build is inspired by the trailer of the latest Jurassic World Dominion movie trailer, so obviously by this trailer. And the idea behind this is, in the last video we built this enormous facility for biosyn, which is confirmed in this movie. And Mantah Corp isn't really confirmed, but Mantah Corp obviously plays a huge role in the 4th season of Camp Cretaceous. So this made sense for me to do kind of one of the other parties, because as we know, at the end of Fallen Kingdom, the different dinosaurs were sold to different people, assumingly from different companies. So it might make sense that Mantah Corp is also having a go at it. And the question in the movie is, we already knew that the Giganotosaurus is playing a huge role in this movie, whether it's going to be the main antagonist to the T-Rex again, like having a refight from this 5-minute prequel we've seen, initially in the cinema was it Fast 9 or something like that, like previous to this movie, and then later on released on YouTube. So that has been really cool. But I kind of thought about what could be a backstory of this, and if you guys find this interesting, please let me know in the comments down below what kind of backstory for the new movie we could also tackle, because I think there are so many potential things to build now, as we know that there are loads more companies capable of producing dinosaurs. I guess we have to call it that way. It will be interesting to discover this field a bit better, or like try to uncover this field a bit better. And my idea for Mantah Corp over here was to have this arrival port. I'm trying to make the logo a little bit here with the pathway, but since I sticked a little bit to a smaller footprint this time around, the logo isn't necessarily perfect. You can get it, but it's like, it's far from being perfectly fine. But I think I go with it because the idea behind this counts, and I'm assumingly doing something else for Mantah Corp where I'm going to have a bit of a better logo going on here as well. Now, I also have the expanded fences and path mod, in case you're wondering, and I was using them over here. But oh my god, I had such a struggle to do this. Like, I'm a big fan of all these mods, but it's still very fiddly to get there. And as you can see, I'm using the gates again. This is basically, I call it the gate technique. What you can do with it essentially is the gates lock the terrain to a certain height, and the gates are very small and very narrow, so you can really pinpoint the area, like the terrain you want to keep at a certain height very nicely and neatly. It's a little bit more precise than what you can do with the water trick, and this is why I utilize that. But still, sometimes I forgot about the fact like how tiny it is, and you can see these two little holes there in the middle were because I didn't put a fence there, and I needed to do that again just to make this even more good and even more precise. And you can see I'm using the fences here a bit better. But now it's time for the comment of the video again. As you know, we always have the comment of the video, and today this comment is very nice because that one is referring to Koali Beach. No, Koali Zoo it is. I think it's referring to an episode that is over 2 years old now, and I'm always in love with the fact that people come back so late to videos. And this was a funny comment regarding back then I had a food poisoning, and I remember that at the evening where we were having the food poisoning, I messaged Sylph and Mike that I might not be up for recording because I already puked 3 times. And But I said, let's try again in half an hour. But eventually, obviously, this didn't work out. And I was out for like 3 or 4 days entirely. I was completely done. That was ridiculous. I even went to the hospital the same night because it was getting worse and worse. But, you know, at the end, we survived. And a couple of days later, we did the recording. But it's such a cool thing to have this memory of this very situation now connected to Quali Zoo. It's rather funny. But yeah, the message potentially is still one of our most funny messages we had in our chats ever for Planet Zoo. Now, speaking about funny things, I guess that with all the mods and stuff, I really get back into having a lot of fun building in Jurassic World Evolution. It almost feels like with all the mods, this is the Jurassic World Evolution 2 I was hoping to get without having to use mods. And I love the fact that Jurassic World Evolution 2 is catching up so quickly to the state of Jurassic World Evolution 1 in terms of modding, simply because there was a good argument lately for people to move back to Jurassic World Evolution 1 if they wanted to build very detailed and very precise and stuff, because so many mods already existed. Now, as many of them found their way basically over here into Jurassic World Evolution 2. We have the better engine, we have the better details, we have the better graphics, we have the better dinosaurs, we have a lot more things that we benefit from in this second installation of the game. And at the same time, we don't need to sacrifice the mods that were missing, which is a good state because that means we can move on from over here. And I'm feeling very confident to use only mods that are cosmetic in a way. I'm really not focusing on mods that, you know, change the dinosaurs or stuff, because I want to keep that as vanilla as possible from the game and just have some visual things. As you can see, with all the mods, I was able to build this rather big facility that is actually made into the mountain side over here. And this is kind of keeping the somewhat secret vibes of it, you know, making sure it's somewhat secured from the views by utilizing that mountain over here. And then later on, we will make it a bit more lush, as you will see in the real-time part, using a lot of different foliage things from the foliage mods to make it really look as if it's embedded into the mountain. And the idea is also that within that facility, within the mountain, there's another whole area of secret labs and stuff that are hidden away from the public and from nasty views from the outside. You know, that is the whole story behind this. I'm just very happy with how nicely this turned out. And now we come to my favorite part of the video, and I think I will have to make a tutorial about this because I was testing it and it worked out like a charm at the end, and I am a big fan of how that worked. Now, as you know, with the path in this game, the path is more or less just a texture, which has more or less just an info for the AI to walk that way. It's not a path as in Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster, whereas it conforms to the terrain or whatnot, or it has to have like a certain terrain. You can basically do whatever you want with the path. But this also comes with the caveat of having a very malformed path if the landscaping isn't good enough. And this is what I'm doing over here. I'm just creating a very nice little serpentine way up into that facility, which I wanted to really make look good by having it a very nice slope and not super unrealistic, because if you would get up there with a car or like with a truck that comes down from the harbor, you kind of need this serpentine way rather than just going very steep uphill. And this is what I wanted to achieve over here. And I think it really worked out pretty well with a couple of nature things and stuff. In the end, it looks even better. And I'm very happy with how it turned out in the end. Yeah, just doing a couple of little details here and there. I did actually a lot more, as you will see in a real-time part, but at a certain point I just stopped recording because I was just checking in and out because I was doing something else in the background. So I didn't want to have this really weird speed build in which you have a lot of kind of little cuts and stuff. So I just stopped recording, and you will see that in the real-time part. Yeah, now finally making the big Giganotosaurus cage, I want to call it even. It is a habitat in a way, but it's very secured and stuff. Anyways, this should be the end already of our time-lapse over here. And now let's jump over into the real-time part. I'll talk to you in a second. Alright everyone, here we are in the finished version of this secret facility. And you can see there are a couple of things I didn't talk about in the speed build, but one thing I'm in particular very proud of is this lagoon down here, because you can see I tried to build that as best as I could into the open sea, making it really appear almost as if this is part of the sea going in with this harbor. And if you keep the camera over here, it looks good. We just have these little wavies coming in and out, so that makes the whole thing look a little bit broken. But in fact it isn't broken. It's just like the texture of the sea is just bopping in and out every now and then, but it's almost like the exact same height, which I think is cool. And then we do have quite a lot of animals down in here. I'm not sure if we can find them all, but because they are obviously also down here in the terrain. It's kind of cool. You can see some Ichthyosaurus, I believe, in here. There's also somewhere down here has to be the mosasaur. Yeah, there you go. There is the mosasaur. I love the fact how much different it looks with you know, with the mods in here, and having the ground in different heights and stuff. Obviously it's completely glitching and going in and out the terrain, which you can't stop it from doing. But I'm still quite a big fan of the fact that you can do these kind of things. I'm just gonna pause the game, by the way, because of the lighting, which is pretty mad right now. And then you have this arrival dock over here, which I think looks beautiful with the viewing gallery as the dock. I think it looks... Ooh, how do I get back? This is the way I'll get back. Okay, this is how it looks. I mean, just look at that with the Ichthyosaur here in the front. And then just that view is beautiful, isn't it? I mean... I'm quite a big fan of this view, not gonna lie. This looks really dang cool. Having this facility here, and then having the view from over there to that mountain, or like a hillside, and look at all the foliage here, how it really nicely tucks together, and then it looks so much more natural. Oh, and here you get wonderful view of the Giganotosaurus. It almost looks like as if it can jump out here because I raised the terrain there. Oh, that looks so lovely. That looks so cool. Look at this. And then we can pause the game real quick just to give you that view with the facility in the back. Oh my god, look at this. Looks so cool. This looks really mad. This looks really cool. Can I just want to get a little bit of a better view here. Let's zoom in a little. Oh my god, this looks so freaking cool. That's almost like thumbnail worthy, to be honest. That is really exactly what I wanted to do. And I love the fact how it really works out with the buildings in the background. So you can really tell. Oh, we're like a little bit in the foliage here. Look at that. I mean, yeah, I'm a big fan of what you can achieve with the mods. If you just try to hug it all together. I see there's like a rock in there that I wanted to avoid, but I eventually did miss out on that. Let me just go back into here and then see if I can get rid of that rock. It's, which one is it? It should be, no, it's not that one, is it? This is the one. Okay, so now it's cleaned up a little, and obviously you could now go in here and say show view, and no, wait, this is not the one. This is the lagoon view, and then we can say lower the stand, and so you can't see that because I put like another one on top. And now it's actually kind of cool. If the stand goes down, you have this even better view of this area, and it almost feels like as if it's open. Wait a second, if we go into the capture mode and we say game pause, can we fly in there? No, we can't. Can we go from above? Can we go I think I need to do that view then. Okay, let's fly. Oop, I can't even go in with the... Okay, that is weird. I wanted to go in, but I can't even do this with Ansel. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we just have to imagine that the view is kind of cool. Can I just show view? Okay, so it's looking funky. But yeah, so this is the view of the whole mountain. Let me just speed up so we have daytime in a bit again. And this is the secret facility, which again, I am quite a fan of how this turned out to be looking as a whole. And I love this map as really something different. And look at that, the facility really feels organically embedded in here now. And yeah, That is really, really cool. Anyhow, I don't want to stress this even longer because this is exactly what I wanted to show you in today's episode. One thing I forgot because I mentioned that in the time lapse. This is the slope I was mentioning. Look, it's not 100% perfect, but this is the best I could get it relatively quick. If you go up the hill here, I think it is somewhat working. There's a little bump in here I would need to get rid of. Then it's going down again. This curve over here is nothing. This doesn't really, we can fix that. We can really quickly fix that. I don't like this. I don't like this, so we have to fix this. Now go radius all the way down, intensity all the way down, and then we can just go and push that down a little so it's straight. Just gonna go there, and just one click more, and the same goes to that side. Yeah, and then we can also, use the smooth tool every now and then to just really get the overlay. And it's also better to just click a little bit next to it, so you don't raise the center of it, but you raise the sides of it. That always helps to make it feel a lot better. And yes, it does actually feel a lot better now. It's still bumpy, it's still not perfect, but I think it's way better than most of what you can achieve. And then you come to this huge facility up here with a lot of things coming together to form this huge facility put into the mountain. I like the different slopes, I like the different heights over here, and just look at that view now. Like, this is really, really freaking awesome. It looks so much different to what you can achieve normally in the game. Look at that, the Mosasaurus is just around the corner. Did I see that correctly? I think I did, right? Or was that just a glitch? I think it was maybe just a glitch. Or is it down there somewhere? It's not. It is not, guys, but whatever. Okay, I'm gonna keep it here and pause the game because that's a good view. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of this secret Mantah Corp facility. If you have an idea how Mantah Corp would be part of the movie, or if it's even confirmed that I missed out on this information, please let me know in the comments down below. I really appreciate all your ongoing support. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet and want me help me out, then you can do so by just clicking that red button. It's very easy, helps me out, it's for free. I mean, why would you need to say that? But it is for free. How cool is this? And also, I wish you a very happy weekend. Hope you guys will be there for the next time. And now, stay safe, everyone. I talk to you next one. And goodbye.